Hey guys, got a long one for you today in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. We are doing all of the intel locations for these two achievements. First level is Induction. After using the EMP on the drone swarm, you are going to come into this hotel, fight your way in the lobby, and go up these stairs. Now if you keep following up the stairs, fight off everyone, and take a right into the sushi bar, and look at the back of the sushi bar, you will see the first intel on the table. Your second intel for this level is once you come out of the subway station, you are going to run along this street with the minigun on the back of the van, and you're going to turn right, go up these stairs into this bar, take a left, then you're going to go up these stairs at the back of the bar, walk all the way along this little balcony here, and the intel is on the floor. The third and final intel in this level is once you get the heavy weapons from the far side of this bridge, you're going to jump down and you see that waterfall in front of you? Yeah, you guessed it. You're going to run over there, jump behind the waterfall, and you are going to go in this little doorway here, and you are going to find the intel on the table. Second level, Atlas. While in the first simulation, the first intel, once you've broke in this door and you've kicked the shit out of the guys in here, you're going to do 180, go in this little room, do another 180, and you're going to find it in the ensuite bathroom. The second intel for this level, once you've finished in the little car journey, you're going to turn around before going inside the medical center, walk over to this little security thing here. Inside, the intel's on the table. The third and final intel, once you've finished on the Rangers, and before you get into these little lifts here, you're going to turn around and go in the engineering room, and the intel is on this little trolley here. Third level, Traffic. Play through the level until you see this logo on the wall, and before you actually do anything with that, take a step back, walk into the room on the left, and you will notice the intel on this desk. Play through the level and eventually you'll reach the rec center, go up the stairs, along the balcony, in this little green room here, take a left, and if you look right around this corner, there's two vending machines and the intel beside them. The third and final intel, once you've finished off the guy in the back of this truck here, and before you climb up this wall, you're going to do a 180, and there's the cheeky little bastard on the floor behind you. Fourth level, Fission. Once you get inside the laboratories, you're going to take a right, follow this path as you usually would, and before you follow the other guys through that door over there, you're going to look in this laboratory, and there's a tipped over table with the intel right beside it. After the deployable cover's been set down and you come out the lift, you're going to take a right, walk under the catwalk, and you'll see the intel next to this broken vent here. After the shit starts hitting the fan and the alarms are going off, you're going to run out this big round door, take a right, walk to the end of this catwalk here before going down the stairs, and you'll notice the intel is on top of this spool of wire. Spool? Is that the right word? Level 5, Aftermath. After you've fallen through the floor and lost Gideon, the first intel, once you get round this sneaky little bastard in the hazmat suit, if you look left, you'll notice it behind that open door on top of this barrel. After exiting the building via the fire escape, you're going to walk forward, go inside this little hut here, and walk through into the next one, and the intel is in the middle of the desk. After making your way down the street pushing the ambulance, you're going to run in here, get flashbanged, and then, if you look to the left in the nurse's station, you'll notice the intel on top of this chest of drawers. Level 6, Manhunt. Play through the level as usual, and before you suit up, run out onto this balcony, or look to the right, and on this little chair is the intel. After the scene where you control the drone, run along the streets until you reach this souvenir shop, go out of the back, and if you run down this alley to the left here, notice there's a bike here, run up the stairs, inside the second floor of this apartment, and the intel is on the floor by the bed. After watching this poor bloke get shot, run up the stairs, around the van that's in the middle of the street, there's a jewellery store behind it, and the intel is on the desk. Level 7, Utopia. When you first begin the level before following Gideon, turn around and you will notice on this reception desk is the first intel. Play through the level and you'll notice this guy jump off the rooftop, kill the fuck out of his shit, take a left into this shop, and you'll notice the intel is on the table in the middle of the room. Oop, missed. There we go. After the boat chase, you are going to grapple your way up this building, and when you get to the construction level, you're going to notice an empty pool to your left here. The intel is behind this broken glass. Level 8, Sentinel. Play through the level as normal until you jump through the ceiling of the security room, and before you go to the desk, you're going to notice the intel on this little desk to the left. The second intel, once you've continued through the level until you reach this part where the door bursts open and this guy gets the shit kicked out of his fuck by that dude, you are going to run over to the bookshelf and notice the intel on the desk next to the guns. Once you've finished on the bottom of the van, before you jump up there, you are going to get the final intel for this level underneath this little shelf. Level 9, Crash. When you first start out this level next to the crash plane, you're going to run down. There's a first set of crates here. You're going to go to the second set, and in between them is the first intel. The second intel can be found in the caves. If you make your way through your buddies, you'll notice this guy right next to it on the right here. Pop a cap in his ass, and then take out his friend. Do your double jump across. Bum, bum. And there you go. The last intel for this level, once you come out the caves and everyone's done talking, is right beside this crashed plane here. If you go to the front, it's snugly fitted beside the wreckage. Level 10, Biolab. When you first start out the level, follow Gideon, and the first hut that he goes into when you're getting shot at by the helicopter has the intel in the bottom left corner. Play through the level until the shit hits the fan, and then you will get to the main compound synthesis. You take a right, then a left, and if you look to the left beside these screens here, the intel is on this little desk. The final intel, once you get inside this place here, there's a little room off to the right called Auto-Assisted Fabrication. You will see the intel on the desk there, but you can't get to it. So, you've got to run around the corner, shoot out these windows, use A to get in, and there you go. There's your intel. Level 11, Collapse. The first intel can be found at the very beginning of this level. If you look for this little yellow car in the middle of the road, there's one beside it with the door open. And you run over to the open door, and the intel is in the seat. Continue down the bridge until you see this sign above the road. Then you're going to run on over to it, use the double jump, get up to the top, and then grab the intel. The third and final one for this level can be found on this little maintenance van in front of me, and you'll notice it's next to the helicopter. If you just run past the van, it's on the little trailer behind it. You might have to get on to actually pick it up though. There we go. Level 12, Armada. After placing both the jammers, you're going to go inside the ship. You're going to notice the first intel on this little control panel to the right. After the little fight on the deck, you are going to run into this room here, all the way down the corridor, and then notice this intel on top of the little white, whatever the fuck that is. The last intel can be found on the bridge. Before you use this control panel over here, turn to your right, and look next to the map, and there's the last one. Level 13, Throttle. After landing on the floor, you are going to run forward, follow your mateys up this little ledge here, and then you're going to run down this side. Keep following the path. Keep following till you get to this handsome chap on the advertisement board here, and there is your intel on this chair. The second intel is a bit of a dick to get to, so you run along here, take a right through these little green boxes. You get your grappling hook, go up there, and up the side of the building, up one more, And there's the intel on this little table on the patio. The last intel can be found next to one of the ASTs. First run up the train, then run along the bridge, and if you're grappling, hook your way up to the top of this, and then run along the middle of it after you've killed the big guy in the suit. The intel is on this little bench to the left. Level 14, captured. After Gideon's been a total badass and broke out the interrogation room, you're going to follow him, and eventually these two scientists are going to stick their hands in the air and get out your motherfucking way. You're going to see the network access room. Head inside, and the intel is on top of this chest of drawers at the back. Play through the level until Gideon starts kicking the shit out of this scientist that you've had to break into the room to get to. Then you'll notice the intel is on a chest of drawers at the back of the room. The last intel for this level, after this AST has finished messing around and fell on the floor, you're going to do a 180 before you get in the suit and pick up the intel off this little chest of drawers. Level 15, Terminus. Once you finally get out of the water, don't follow Gideon down this corridor, walk past it, and look to your right, and the intel is at the back on this little chair. Little chair? Looks like a desk. Okay, it's a desk. The second intel for this level is inside the server control room. This can be found at the back of this bit here. You go inside, totally miss it on the desk to the left, walk past it, and have a look around, confused as to where it is, and then notice it, and then walk down, and there it is. Got that there computer. The final intel for the game and this level can be found once Gideon kicks down this door like a badass. You are gonna, not in this room, you're gonna walk through this doorway here, continue straight before following Gideon down there, turn around and notice the intel on the desk beside you. Anyway, I hope this helps, guys. This has been my guide to all 45 intel. Peace!